Hi and welcome to Nary's Laces. Okay, today I'm going to show you a bridal keepsake that I did for a bride-to-be. Okay, and it was a request from her aunt, I believe. So this is what I came up with. I wanted to make it almost like a cake, but I wanted to add a lot of things inside of it, where leaving enough space for her to put her stuff. You'll see once I start turning the pages how I incorporated what I wanted to put in there, just to give her samples. So what I did was, this is how I this is how I started to paper plate, and this is how I made the circle. Okay, and then what I did was I did the batting or the felt, and then I put linen on top, and some were the satin, and some were the bridal. Actually, they're all everything here is from my stash. Okay, I'm using everything. Nothing has been bought except like 2 little pieces, and this was a while back, and I'll show you those too. But I'm using everything that I have. So you're going to see a lot of laces that bits and pieces of laces that I incorporated in here were from the years I've been selling laces. Okay, so let's get started, because this way I could just show you. Okay, now on the front page, okay, I wanted to do just like a little collage of little things. So this is some of the flowers that I sold way back. Okay, this was a piece that Maria gave me a way back. Okay, some of the leaves were from the Prima. This flower was from a bridal piece that I took apart. This was just a piece of it that I just put there. And then you have the little pearl strands here. There were the picks. Now, mind you, I have a lot of bridal stuff because that's what I do. Okay, so everything here is, like I said, from my stash. Nothing was bought. Okay, this little jewelry piece here, oh my god, it's so pretty. And I was hoarding it. No more hoarding. I got to use what I have. Okay, this was from Jeanette here on YouTube, and I'll put her link down below. Okay, this was a gift that she put in her little purse that she made me years back. Okay, and I was hoarding it, but it looks so pretty on here. I with all the bling that I have, but I wanted to put stuff that's old in here. Okay, because it's a bridal book, so I have what's the saying? It's something new, something old, something borrowed, and something blue. And you'll see all that in here, and I'll tell you what's what. Okay, these are the Prima little angel little figurines. Okay. This is a collar that I had, an applique collar that I sold way back. Not one of the new ones, because this is one of the old ones. Okay, everything behind here, this is some trim. This is a piece of a large fabric that I sold years back. This was it was a leaf trim, and I just cut 2 pieces out. This was an applique trim also, and it came out really it was really long. I think it was like maybe I think it was like a half a yard that I received way back, and I just cut a piece off, put it right on top. This is some doily, and then this was another trim. I mean, you're not going to be able to see everything because a lot of this stuff is covered, and I could bring it up to show you. But it looks so pretty together. And then up here I have some more of the flowers from my stash. Okay, a lot of things hanging, which you might not see once I start opening the pages, but I did put a lot of dangles, a lot of bead dangles, and you'll see that too. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, and as for the bow, I did or what do you call this? The tulle, and then I used my little pearl machine to put pearls at the end. Okay. So let's get started and see some, this is the nail art, the little heart. I don't know if you can see that. I have to bring it up because it's so tiny, but it's so pretty. Okay, I have that throughout the book. Okay, and I have it on some of the flowers here. And this was a trim also, an off-white trim that I put on here. Okay, so let's turn the first page. Now I do have, and you'll see, okay, so this page, you'll see what I'm doing. Okay, so over here, okay, and I'm not going to go through every single little thing. I'm just going to show you more or less what I did here, because I can't explain everything how I did it, because I just put things together, and I can't do a tutorial So I mean, my tutorials, I would be here for almost a half a year when I do my tutorials, because I change my mind so many times. I put this here, I take it off, I put this here, take it off, I try this one, I try that one. You guys will go crazy. So I can't really do tutorials unless I'm doing something small. I could do a tutorial on that, but this one, this one took me 2 weeks. So almost 2 weeks. Well, this weekend will be 2 weeks. You know, so I can't. I would, you guys would be tortured. Anyway, so I did some organza fabric here, and this was a trim. You guys seen this trim before, I'm pretty sure. You know, the dangles and the the beads, and these have little hearts on them, and I don't know if you can see them. And let's see, the little heart dangles. This was given to me from Maria. She gave me most of my bead dangles, and so did Betsy. Okay, this little wedding piece here, I don't know where it came from. I found it in my stash. I was like, okay, I'm going to use this. I used the same beads that were here. I put it underneath this little piece of applique, which is also on the front. Okay, and a little heart that I had from, that was given to me way back with the pink and the red one. I put a white one on here. Now each pocket, and you'll see some of the pockets will be empty. Okay, because what my intentions were, and I don't know if I'm going to explain this right. My intentions were, okay, since it's a keepsake, it's for her to put her stuff inside, not for me to put things in there for her. So I wanted to focus on that. So what I did was I just put little plain organza bags, because she's going to need them, you know, to put her things inside. So I did a couple of pockets with just the organza bags so she could put her things inside. Okay, I did for this one too, and this one I did almost like a belly band. Okay, and this one says on this special day, and there's another organza bag, and behind it was the fabric, a different type of fabric. Okay, and then I put these flowers were added on. This little, it's an individual piece with a little with the pearls. Okay, and every circle I did different types of trim to go around. So this one, you see, it has the flowers. This one has the scallop trim. Okay, I'm going to turn the page. Now this one here, okay, I have this little doily paper here. The only reason why I have these here is so it doesn't get tangled to what I have behind here. So on this one, I put the gathered trim with pearls. Okay, I don't know if you could see that. There we go. Okay, and behind this one is the same trim that I had, the same fabric I had on this one. In this pocket here, also another belly band, I did a garter belt. I don't know if you could see it, a little garter belt, the one that you tie instead of the one that you just slip on. Okay, this is just an idea for her, you know, to put, she could take this out and put her own garter belt in here. Okay, but it's really cute. It's very, very feminine. Okay, and you just tie it with the blue ribbon. Okay, I made that also into a belly band. And this little bow here, she could take this off because I just sewed it on. Okay, and she could put it on her keychain. And then here I put, this is a little brooch, a shoe brooch. I thought it was cute, so I put it on there. And this was also a trim. This was a lace trim, and I put another beaded trim on top. Okay, on the next page, okay, I'll put it here. On this page, okay, this page was another trim, a beaded trim that I had. I don't carry this stuff anymore. I don't have any of this stuff. I think I have bits and pieces of it, and that's exactly what I used. But this was a wedding piece of a wedding dress. This trim I do have. Okay, now let me show you. This trim I do have. It's the silver and the white trim. Okay, this flower here was one of the first flowers I ordered on Etsy. It was my first order ever, and I thought I was buying it from here, from the United States, but it was coming from you know where. Okay, so it took like maybe, I don't know, 4 weeks to come in, but it was my first order, and I think I have about 4 or 5 pieces left. So I used that on there. Okay, in this little baggie, I put the head pins, okay, the hair pins. So she's got a couple of hair pins here, and then I put one of those bobby pins. I don't know if you could see it. And it's inside one of the hearts I just recently made, bookmarks that I made. And I just put a little heart here, and a little heart in the back, and oh, these are so cute. This was given to me. She made me a couple. This is from Juana here on YouTube. I think it's, I forgot her YouTube name. Latina Loves Lace, something like that. But it's Juana. I'll put her link down below too. She made those for me. And I have a little bow here. I'm going to add her initials here and her husband's initials as soon as I get their names, because I don't know their names. Okay, and I had a little charm here. It's a little pocketbook with a blue little heart. Okay, it's just giving her ideas, and she might want to put her hairpins or something in here. Okay, so, and the back is the satin. Okay, and then let's see, make sure. Oh, and this I put. Oh, so again, it's something new, something old, something borrowed, something blue, which was the garter belt, and I also added this little bow here. But the borrowed, I put earrings here, heart earrings, saying that it's borrowed, but it's really hers. She could do whatever she wants. It's just for her. It's a gift for her. She might not wear them, or she might leave them there, or she might not even change anything about the book. I don't know. It's her book. She could do whatever she wants. Okay, but I put earrings on here, and they're heart earrings. Okay, we turn the page. Okay, here, and go to this page over here. Now here I put this beautiful, it's a prayer. Okay, and on this page, before I get into the prayer, I put dangles on this one too. Okay, and then I put this flower trim all around, and on each center of the flower trim I put crystal check crystals. These are real check crystals. Okay, and then I put these beautiful appliques. I only had 3 left, so I put one here, and the other half, because they were pretty long, the other half on here. And then I put this little prayer inside. Now, I don't know if you could see. It's almost like it's fade. I didn't want it like really dark. I want it almost like faded, but readable. So the prayer says, "Gracious God, we pray for this young couple as they begin their married life. Grant them wisdom and to understand each other, strength to overcome challenges, and the love that deepens with each passing year. May their home be a place of joy, peace, and love, and may they always remember the love they share on this special day. Amen." Okay, so I wrote it here so I can read it, because I would have to like squeeze it down to read it. So I wrote it here. Okay, so I'm hoping that she likes it. I'm also going to give her a copy of the hard copy in case she can't really read that. Well, you can, but you have to like push it down towards the fabric. Okay, so I put another piece of paper here, a little doily. Okay, so it wouldn't ruin anything here. This is 2 little doves. It's so pretty. Okay, now on this page I did the doily. Okay, and then this here was given to me by Virginia 1468, I believe, is her channel, and it's a rubber placemat. So all I did was made it into a pocket. Okay, and then I added some things in here for her to use on her pictures. And over here I have the XOXO, which I did. I made it with a little bit of glitter, so she could use it anywhere. And these are just little picture frames if she wants to, you know, put little picture frames on her pictures. So I made that into a pocket. Some little flowers that I had, and then I added the bead on top. This is from another flower trim, and then a small little flower, and then one of those plastic hearts that I sold many years ago. I don't know. This came from a bridal dress. And this is another one of those beaded flowers that I sold way back. And this here on the bottom, this is a collar applique. This was a little hearts. Back then I sold at the very beginning of, I think this year or last year. I don't remember when it was, but it was a while back. And some of the plastic beaded beads that I sold also in the past. Okay, now this trim I do have. I believe I still have. Yes, I still have this trim here. Okay, turning the next page. This is supposed to be, okay, something old. This is supposed to be from Granny. Okay, this is one of her hankies that she had for many years that passed on to her granddaughter. Okay, so it says here for happy tears. Now this is a vintage hanky. I just added on here. It's not glued on. It's I have the little sticky dots on here. Okay, this is the lace in the back. This trim I do have. Okay, I do have this trim. Okay, this one I don't have. This is just bits and pieces that I used. But over here, if you could see, it says happy tears. But if you lift up, it says grandma's hanky. Okay, so this is something I'm just giving her ideas to put in the book. This is one of the flowers that I had in my stash, another flower from my stash, and then I just added some bling. Okay, let's go to this page. Put this over here. This here, I wanted to keep it simple. I wanted to keep this simple and just made it into a frame. She could take this out and add her picture in there. Okay, oops. Okay, this trim here, I don't have it, but I have it in silver. Okay, it's just a piece that I had. I think I maybe had a yard and a half. I put it around here, and this is, let me see if you could see, same fabric that is on here. Okay, and then what I did was just a regular, it was a wooden picture frame. I just painted it white and added this trim on here. This is also a trim that I sold way back. The little hearts that I sold way back. Okay, this one here. Okay, these are the two empty pockets. Okay, see, I put for her to put anything she wants on here. I wanted to leave it empty, but on these pockets I have the trim around here, which I no longer carry. I have this beautiful butterfly, and I just added the beads that I did sell way back. I no longer have these. Okay, this is a piece of organza trim that I had way back. I no longer have this. Okay, and this little piece here also. Now on these little flowers, okay, I just added the plastic little round little beads that I had, little flower beads on each one. So I think it made it look pretty. Okay, on this one I did the same thing. I put this trim on here, which I no longer carry, and then I added a different type of plastic beads that I sold way back. A little butterfly here, the same exact applique here, the same exact embroidered trim, a different type of butterfly, and I still have, I don't have this butterfly, but I still have this butterfly. I still sell them, it's in my store. And some tube bead hanging down. Okay, and then underneath I have a different type of trim. So there's trims underneath trims which you cannot see, but the owner can see the difference. Okay, now on this side, okay, and okay, this is funny. This is the church that I created because I couldn't find nothing in my stash. I have nothing like this in my stash, so I had to create some kind of church. But what I did, I took the flat back beaded silver trim, and I just added on here, and then I put a silver cross in the middle, and then I started adding these flat back pearls I have, and those are real checks inside, real crystal checks inside, and these are white flat back pearls, really pretty, and the two rings, the flat rings, and on here, okay, this is, it says here, ring the bell and wish them well. Okay, and that's the reason why I have this on here, because I didn't want it to ruin the next page. It's not going to, it's just, I want just to make sure that it doesn't do anything. Now these little hearts, it's these here. This is what I was telling you that I bought. Okay, and this one, like I said, it says ring the bell and wish them well. And they're just made out of cardstock. But they're so cute. Because I knew I wanted to put something here, but I didn't want anything to take away from the house, or I don't know. So they're called bell tags from His and Hers. Okay. Okay, now this one here, oh, I don't have, oh, give me 1 second. 1 second. I'm always trying to find something afterwards that I can show. This here, this is an applique. Okay, you'll see this is this applique. Okay, and all I did was put it on the page like this. Okay, as you can see. Okay, oh wait, it's like this. Sorry, it's like this. And then I just add appliques on the side. Okay, that's all I did. So I filled the page with that. But underneath that is a plain. It's not satin. It's just plain white wedding fabric. Okay, and then behind it I also put another piece of applique, which is a medallion. Okay, and then some bits of pieces of leaves. You know, a couple little flowers here. Okay, but that's what that is. I do have this. Okay, it's in the Etsy shop. Okay, I put a piece of doily here. On here, okay, now this one here, don't laugh guys, okay, because I know. Okay, now I didn't have a car, but I wanted them to go from the church, and after, you know, getting married, they're going into the, you know, not sunset, but into the night, you know, because usually, you know, they go to the reception, and after the reception is done, it's always in the evening, or them driving off. And then this little car I found free on the internet. I just copied it, and what I did was I made the size that I wanted, and I put it on here. Now this here is a collar. It's a full collar. Okay, and that's all I did. And on the collar I added these pieces here, which is a trim that I still carry. And then I added these like water beads. I don't know if that's what they call water beads, or clear water beads. We used them many years ago. Okay, and then I added little pearl beads here, 5-pack pearls, and then a little star. So these 3 have stars on them. Okay, and of course I found this little piece, this little moon. I thought it was cute. And then I added 2 little hearts here and 2 little plastic hearts here. And this is, okay, little flowers here. Now these are cans. And I have them in little plastic so they wouldn't get caught. She could let, I mean, everything that I have in here, it's in plastic. So this way she just takes apart and just, you know, when she gets it. But for me, for it to travel, okay, I made sure that it was safe. Okay. So, and that's what I did. Let me bring it up so you could see. Okay, and the cans are, so remember I told you there's 2 things that I bought. These are the 2 things. I bought the little hearts, and then these. These are called Mayberry Street miniatures. These are the canned goods. Okay, and what they look like is like this. I mean, they're different, but okay. And what I did was I just put paper over it. Oops, I dropped one on the floor. Give me 1 second. Okay. And what I did was I just took some of my wedding, how do you call it, paper, and I just trimmed it, and I glued it on there, and that's all I did. Okay, and then the last page. Okay, the last page, same thing. It's like wedding fabric, a piece of other fabric. This came from a big piece of trim that I had, and I just put a piece of bling here. These are wedding buttons from a wedding dress. That's another trim from way back. And in here I just have a letter to the bride. Okay, that's from me personally. Okay, so she could take this out and put her own stuff in there. So you see all the pockets that I made, so she could put, because it's a keepsake. And on this page, the last page, is the wedding dress. I don't know if you could see that, but I made her a little wedding dress. It's supposed to be the bouquet. There's 2 little doves on here. I added some more this trim on here. I don't have it in white, but I do have this one in black. I put the plastic leaves here. I put some plastic beads here, some little bling from on the front of the page. I have these flowers on here, and then the trim, I added the dress form, which is an old dress form. Okay, from, I don't even remember. I think it was, oh, I can't remember the company. Want to Scrap, I think it's called. Want to Scrap? Something like that. But it's old. And then I added some beads on here. And I also signed it with my store name. Okay, and all these trims are, I put some in the mostly behind it, and this is the only one that's in the front. Okay, and this is behind. This is behind, and that's the dress. A little nail art there, and this is a piece of fabric from my stash. Okay, I just put it across here, and that's basically it on this page. But I think it came out so pretty. Lots of this is the back page. Okay, now the back here again, these are the flowers that are in the front of the page and in the last of the page. Some trim here, some more trim here, there's more trim, and then at the end, very end, I put this musical note trim. This is the only piece I had. No, I think I have another, I think it's like I have half a yard. I think I didn't use the whole thing. But this is what I put on here, and some bling. And that's basically it, really. Let me turn it back around and see how pretty. I just gotta fix the papers before I mail it to her. Okay, and this is how it looks. I think it's so pretty. Just yummy goodness all around. So it looks like a cake. And this is what I did for her, and I hope she likes. Tell me what you think. It's been a bit. I mean, I can't remember the last time I worked with so much lace and so much bling, and but I wanted to make something really nice for her, so this is what I came up with. And then I have these little things going to her. She's gonna get this bracelet that I just recently made. Okay, and another note, another little letter. And that's basically it. I hope she likes. Tell me what you think. Okay, now it's time to start working on my next. I'm doing another lace one, but nothing like this. I'm doing another lace book, journal book. All right, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.